Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to be going over the top 10 win conditions in Clash Royale. This should be a treat, and be sure to stick around to the end because I think number 1 is going to surprise you guys. Alright, we're going to be doing win conditions number 10 and 9 at the same time. Win condition number 10, we are talking about the one, the only, the Royal Giant. The Royal Giant, as you can see here, is a huge menace to deal with. It can take down towers so quickly and so easily, and it absolutely decimates you, especially if you do not have an answer or a response for this win condition. Obviously, I have not used Royal Giant a lot in the past, but I think it can be one of the most viable win conditions in the entire game. This thing can absolutely rock your world if you have nothing to defend against it. Watch the elite barbarians here try to take it out as quickly as possible, but it still gets damage on the tower even though it is dropped right in the pocket there. Win condition number 9, we're going to talk about obviously is Hog Rider. Both of these guys are using Hog Rider in this match, and they're both getting to the tower almost every single time, getting that chip after chip after chip. Now, I used to play this very deck here, playing elite barbarians and Hog Rider, and it was one of the most powerful combos in the game. But watch this guy come out with win condition number 10 and number 9, Hog Rider getting all the way to King Tower there, rocking that thing's world. That is actually a pretty good move. Hog Rider is so good because it can be comboed with so many different things in the game right now. And it can be comboed with like the Valkyrie or other things to do some pretty strong pushes. I love Hog Rider. I'm a big fan of that. And I love how people can implement Hog Rider into so many different decks and still have it be a viable win condition. Hog Rider is the number 9 choice for win conditions right now. Win condition number 8 right now, of course, as you know on ladder, is Balloon. Now this guy is going to be using a nice clone balloon deck, but look at him combo this thing with the Elixir Golem, the Lumberjack, Balloon, still gets to the tower, absolutely decimates at first push with this bad boy right here. Now that was an interesting play only because the Balloon was able to get there just because the opponent was targeting the bulk of the troops, missed that second balloon, which is actually the healthier balloon in that push, and the balloon was able to get on King, even all the way to the King Tower almost, and drop that thing. And right here, he's setting up with the exact same push on the other lane. Opponent says, "Nuh-uh, girlfriend, I'm going to go for the King Tower here," but watch the balloon. Almost all the way get to the tower is going to destroy all that minion horde. I know this guy's over here is getting smoked over here. I do think Yari was a little bit aggressive on this push, but Balloon right now is win condition number 8 on ladder, and it's definitely worth trying out if you guys haven't already. I love Balloon playing Clash Royale, and as you know, Logan loves Balloon as well. That's one of his favorite cards to play in the game. All right, win condition number 7 was actually a little shocking to me right off the bat. And try and guess it. Yeah, you did. Skeleton Barrel. Watch this guy drop Skeleton Barrel to bridge. The opponent has literally nothing right now to respond to this thing, or disconnected, but able to decimate pretty much over half the tower with that thing and take that thing all the way down to 1500 after that fireball. Now, the opponent's going to try to respond here a little bit, and it's going to do a great job, obviously saving Elixir or disconnected at the start of this match, but that's okay. The Skeleton Barrel is so aggressively played right here that he can continue to keep launching Skeleton Barrel over and over again, and even though Valkyrie was a great response, still able to get 400 HP off that tower there. That's why I love playing Skeleton Barrel. It combos so nicely with so many different things, and it keeps up the distractions for when you're playing the game. I think Skeleton Barrel could be one of the most fun cards to play just because you can play it over and over again. It only costs 3 elixir, so it actually isn't even that punishing when you do play it. And the opponent always has to do something to deal with it, because if you leave the Skeleton Barrel unchecked, it's going to always continue to go to the tower or even decimate troops at the bridge, so whatever's dropped on it. Now, you can... oh, dude, you missed the fireball, dude. You can stop Skeleton Barrel, I think, fairly easily, but it depends on the deck that you're playing and the rotation that you have at the time. Even though you have counters for it, if it's just not in the rotation or if it's the wrong timing, then you're going to be out of cycle and Skeleton Barrel is going to get to the tower every time. So So I think that is why Skeleton Barrel is win condition, win condition number 7 right now on ladder in Clash Royale. Win condition number 6. It's an oldie but a goodie. It's one that you all know, you all love. It's the rock monster himself, the Golem. Now we all love the Golem because we can build up those huge pushes with this bad boy. But I haven't used the Golem in so long, I almost forgot that it even existed. This guy is using a truly unique deck where he's got Golem Graveyard, which is an excellent combo. 2 win conditions in the game, but Golem is going to be his main rock horse, and it's not as much considered a win condition in my book as it is kind of a one of those cards that you need to combo with either Balloon or Graveyard or something. The Balloon's going to take all the hits while something else is going to do the damage. But I do consider it a win condition only because I think it can be a very dominating card in the game, especially any of these matches where you're going to need to get to the opponent without trying to rush too much. So watch this push right here. He set this up clear in the back. This is one of your slower pushes, one of those pushes that's going to get there, and he still has enough elixir to launch his Graveyard. Opponent literally has nothing for this thing. Still going to try to zap, but you saw the full health tower go all the way down to 68 health in that one push that this guy set up in the game so quickly. And we're going to keep watching here a little bit, see if we can get one more Golem push in, and I think he does here in just a second. But this guy's able to absolutely decimate his opponent with just that one push and that one perfectly timed setup, saving just enough elixir for his Graveyard. And I don't think his opponent even knew that he had Graveyard and was ready to play it in this situation. So it was kind of cool to see that happen and surprise your opponent there. And I think he only had one of those in the entire game, so he used that thing wisely and he knew what he was doing. Obviously, get down in the last 30 seconds here. Golem, definitely something you want to try at number 6. If you guys don't have a win condition right now, try out Golem, see how it works for you. We are in the top 5. Win condition number 5, the Goblin Barrel. Here it goes right out the gate. Gonna go ahead and throw that Goblin Barrel and get some damage on tower. This guy actually did a really good job defending that thing, but it is so punishing every time and always has to be dealt with. I remember the days back when Logan and I would play the Goblin Barrel Rocket. We always used to launch it on the King Tower, Mirror Clone, all that jazz. It was a fun card to play. Goblin Barrel is one of the greatest cards in the game just because it always can get to tower if it's gone unchecked. Obviously, it can be countered, but it is a pain. And the Goblin Barrel is such a fun win condition because it can be tricky. And when cycled with a deck like the one the opponent is playing here, it can be one of those decks that can be really hard to deal with. A lot of these cards are going to be able to get in there, defend, either stall out or block for the Goblin Barrel, or get in there just to distract or things like that. So the opponent's always going to be using all the same counters, like Log, yeah, I guess he even used Mega Knight the first time around, and all that stuff. He's going to want to use all the counters on all this guy's other cards here. So let's go and see what he does here. Obviously, Goblin Barrel is going to absolutely decimate the tower there because he was tanking with those other troops. And I think that is why Goblin Barrel is number 5 right now in Clash Royale win condition. All right, win condition number 4, the Goblin Giant. I haven't seen this bad boy in a long time when playing Clash Royale, but this guy's got it paired with the Phoenix, which I think is a kind of a cool move. He's also got Sparky in this deck, which you don't see a lot anymore. I would definitely consider Sparky one of the coolest cards in the game, even if it doesn't get used as much as it should. But this guy, I think he's going to set up here for a nice Goblin Giant push. Obviously, he's going to set up with an Elixir Collector in the back. Now, this is a smart play. The opponent doesn't have a lot to deal with the Elixir Collector. As you know, Fireball, not really a good card. He's going to throw Zappies right here, definitely, to try to defend that. Get that Lumberjack over in the middle. Tower's going to take the Lumberjack out. He's dropping Phoenix on the Giant. That's obviously not going to take the Giant out. The opponent knew what he was doing, but he's going to rage that thing up. This is kind of a cool play here. Phoenix isn't going to live to see another day, but he is going to stack up that Elixir. And I think he's going to get ready for this nice Goblin Giant push here in a second. So let's go ahead and speed this match up because I want you guys to see what happens here. Obviously, Isaac is in a commanding lead here. He's going to go ahead and drop his hero down on that witch. Now, let's see what happens. Another Elixir Collector, so he's just stacking Elixir right now. Going to sacrifice the tower even. Obviously, Sparky in the back. Going to drop Goblin, I think, in the front. Hopefully... Oh, no. He can't drop that Phoenix, unfortunately. Yes, Goblin Giant right in the front there. Spark is going to be able to decimate, absolutely decimate everything here. Goblin Giant with the hero, a couple goblins on there, able to take a little bit of damage. Now, this did not work out as well as he'd hoped, and I don't think he's going to get this tower here from what I remember. What? Yeah, doesn't get the tower, obviously, but such a cool win condition. Obviously, I don't know if this guy used it correctly or as good as he could have, but really fun card. That's why it's win condition number 4 in Clash Royale right now. Win condition number 3, we're going to take to the skies with Lava Hound. Obviously, Lava Hound is probably one of the most first play win conditions you have. You're always going to see Lava Hound played first play just to see what the opponent has. And watch right here, Lava Hound tanking for that balloon. Opponent literally has nothing to deal with it. Balloon is going to get all the way to the King Tower. Even though they lost the tower, that was a very defining moment in this match. And he's going to set up for another Lava Hound right now. And he's going for King Tower right here, guys. This is going to be so clutch because, oh my gosh, he's going to rush over there and absolutely decimate that tower. But guys, you saw the power of that push. Sometimes it shocks the beans out of you. Let's go. Lava Hound number 3. Let's get into the top 2. So this might surprise you right now, but the number 2 win condition in Clash Royale is Graveyard. Graveyard. Seriously. We used to play Graveyard all the time, and it's been a long time since I played, especially Baby Dragon Graveyard, but I just love the versatility that Graveyard offers. It can be a defensive card, it can be an offensive card, but you're always going to want to use that card when you time it correctly. Obviously, you need a tank if you're going to get some offensive power on the tower. You're going to want to go ahead and use it on defense if you absolutely need to. Obviously, a 1 in 10 time, you're going to use that thing on defense. But every time you have a tank out there on Graveyard, you're going to want to use that bad boy. Look how much damage he got with the Graveyard Poison combo. That's absurd to see that happen in today's game of Clash Royale. But I love how he used that thing. Try out Graveyard. That's your number 2 win condition in the game right now. Let's go ahead and let's see what the number 1 win condition in Clash Royale is right now. Alright guys, here we go. Number 1. Did you guess it? Do you know what it is? You don't know what it is. I didn't know what it is. I thought there's no way this was going to happen. Battle Ram. That's right, Battle Ram currently is the number 1 used win condition in all of Clash Royale. Let's get this sped up until we get Battle Ram in the match right here. And it looks like he's going to drop it right about here. Right here at the bridge, he drops Battle Ram. Able to get in there and absolutely start crushing on that tower. Opponent had no clue it was coming. I don't think people are ready for Battle Ram right now. I don't think this is happening. I don't know if I would have been ready for Battle Ram right in that situation. But guys, Battle Ram is number 1 right now on ladder in Clash Royale. What cards are you playing as your win condition? Let me know in the comments, and I will try out a few of those in the next couple of videos because I want to see how you guys are rocking these types of things in the game right now. Thank you so much for dropping by the channel today. Hopefully you enjoyed this top 10 win conditions list in Clash Royale. Take it easy. Good luck. We're out. Peace out.